Great day. I'm Billionaire Barrett,
I'm Davia.
and welcome to the Grow Lab. Right. So this week we're pulling from where at different questions. So last week I did it. This week is your turn. So here you go.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. We got here today. Ooh.
Good questions.
All
Hmm.
right. Got one. Throw that
Yeah.
over there.
Let's see
Okay,
what it
you're not going to
says.
be able to read this, I promise you. So I'm going to read it to you.
Ah.
It's real. Okay.
Why? All right. Read
It's
first. Yeah.
I have very unique handwriting.
I like that. Very unique. Choice of words. Very unique.
Why aren't we making habit changes that we know will lead to big life changes? Why
What
aren't we
are
making
we?
habit changes? So those small habit changes that we know will lead to big life changes. Okay. Okay. What do you
Interesting
think?
question.
Yeah. Well, before we start, comment down below
Yeah.
if what you think before we even go any further. Go ahead and put a comment what this means to you, what this answer would be to you. Why aren't we making those small habit changes that lead to big life changes? So, yeah. But tell me what comes up for you, Billionaire Barrett.
Fear.
Mm, yeah.
Fear. Rejection. Um, in my native tongue, just can't bother. Just can't bother. Tired.
Lots of things, huh?
Yeah, lots of things. But if
Yeah.
we need those changes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's interesting. We are aware that habits gonna lead to results. Like we know that. But
Mm-hmm.
why aren't we doing those habits that leads to the results? Like
Yeah.
we know that if we don't eat properly, we're gonna not look our best, right?
Yeah.
We know if we
Or
don't work out, we're not gonna look our best, you know.
mm-hmm.
But why is it so hard to? I think sometimes because it's so simple to do, it's also
Mm-hmm.
simple not to do.
True.
Yeah, it's simple to I'm on
Oh, I can't.
focus.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Huh?
Good. Yeah. So I was saying, I think the reason why is because it's what's easy to do is also easy not to do.
Yeah.
So it's easy to not eat, say, fast food,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also easy to do it. So we
Yeah.
tend to just go for the easier path, and then it does lead to life changes, which sometimes gonna be not a good life change. It can be a
Mm,
bad. So
yeah.
I would say because it's easy to do. Again, it's easy to do. That's why and easy not to do. That's why we tend to not do it because it's so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Hmm.
makes sense. I think you're onto something. Like it's easy to do it, but it's easy to not do it. But it's actually easier not to make the change because what's easier just is to stay where you're comfortable with what you know, with where you it's that comfort zone. That's honestly the easier option.
Yeah.
And when I first read this, the initial thing that came up to me was I had this visual of like someone who wants to stop smoking cigarettes, right? We all know it's a known fact now that smoking cigarettes causes lung cancer or complications with your breathing. Like back in the day, we weren't sure. Now we know for sure. People that still smoke cigarettes, they might be trying to quit. I know somebody personally, it's so hard for them to quit, but they want to. So the small habit changes are maybe start smoking less per day or wean yourself off of the nicotine. And why is it so hard to make such small changes that will lead to literally life-changing outcomes? I think it's that comfort zone. And why do we stay in the comfort zone? Like you said, fear. Like fear of what though? Like if you know that the change is going to positively impact your life, what is there to be afraid of? So what do you think? Like why does fear come up if it is known that this habit change, it could be anything, that was just the visual that came up
Yeah.
for me, is gonna change your life for the better? Like what happens there?
Yeah. Uncertainty could be it as well, because if you do these smaller things, then it's gonna grow to that big goal that you want to achieve, whatever it is. But are we truly certain that it's going to happen? And the reality is that we're not sure. So it comes back to like, what are we sure of? What's in our control? What can we control? So, for example, let's use a small habit. The goal is to grow to 1,000 subscribers on our page. That's the big goal, right? And we know that the habit you need to do is to get 12 subscribers per day, so we can achieve that goal in 90 days. And what can we do with that small habit is to call persons, reach out to persons so they can subscribe. But it's hard to do. And it's not simple to do, because the fear come back now is that the fear of being rejected. But the thing now, what can we control? We cannot control if someone's gonna subscribe or not.
Yeah.
We can control we doing that smaller thing by making a call, asking someone to subscribe. They can say yes or no. That's not our business. That's not our control. What we control is what we can do. So if we're able to, we see the big goal, and we're able to look at the small habits that's in our control, and then forget about the big goal for a moment and just work on those small habits, then we'll be able to reach to that bigger goal. So sometimes it's really to like forget about the big goal. We're gonna get there eventually, but just focus on the small habits and do those small insignificant choices, which leads us to the big goal, the 1K subscribers, or whatever goal it may be for you.
Yeah. So breaking it down to even smaller habit changes, because while a habit change might be, let's say, and that's a good example. Let's say something that might be relatable for people is getting to the gym. You want to have this really healthy body that you feel looks good, that you feel good, you're more energized, you can, play with your kids without being tired. Like, let's say being healthy, getting to the gym is your big goal, but taking those small steps, that small habit change, which is going to the gym every, like 3 times a week, maybe that alone is still not a small enough habit change to make it easy for you to start build the habit. So like what you said for YouTube, it was like, okay, yeah, reaching out to people to get them to subscribe, but even smaller, reaching out to this specific number, 12 people a day, by doing X, Y, and Z. Like, you broke it down into small, specific steps. So for the gym, that might mean put on workout clothes like first thing in the morning. Because for me personally, if I already have the clothes on, the chances of me going are higher because I'm already ready to go. Sometimes it doesn't work. I'm not going to lie. I will end up spending the whole day in that same outfit, like I'm going to the gym, and I don't go. But if I had the option to stay in my pajamas or to put on the workout clothes, and I'm like, oh, it's time to go to the gym, I don't even feel like changing. I don't feel like getting up. Then now, you know what I mean? So if I just got out of bed and put the workout clothes on, I've now raised my chances of going to the gym. This is for me personally. I don't know if this will work for everybody, but you see how breaking it down into get to the gym 3 times a week. Yeah, it went down to something so simple. I mean, get out of bed and put workout clothes on. That is so easy that you almost can't not do it. So you start with these teeny tiny micro habit changes that turn into small changes, which will end up turning into these big changes. So that's what I think is that comfort zone, but it can still be broken up. Like you can still do it even if you're comfortable. There's ways that you can get yourself to start, you know, making those changes by cutting them down to micro changes.
And then something that came to me while you're saying that is our reason for wanting to achieve this particular goal.
I think this thing. Yes. Sorry.
You
Go
know,
ahead.
like, what's your why behind achieving this big goal? Because yeah, it's gonna be big, but what's your motivation? What's your drive? What's gonna cause you to do those small habits when you don't feel like doing it? You know, that's really. So it comes down to what's the driving force? What's driving you? Because and to be fair, we can create this big goal we want to achieve, and we can start at it, and we start work at it. Like for example, New Year's resolutions. We have resolutions we want to work to go to, but then as time passes, like the motivation dwindles. We're like, it's okay. I don't really need them anymore. It's okay. It's all right. I'm okay where I am right now. So it's really that motivation to really keep you motivated. What's that why? You know? So it's really find that why that when you feel like you do not want to do it, you're gonna still get up nonetheless and still do it. Yeah. That's how that came to me while we were talking. Was like, it's awesome. Do it. You're motivated. Your why behind wanting to achieve this particular goal.
Yeah, why is so important to keep yourself motivated. That self-motivating force behind everything that we do. There's always a reason why we want to do anything, but even beyond just what's your why, really dig in. Like, what is it really though? Because you might want to go to the gym and get healthy, to look good, to feel good. That's surface level. Like, that's not going to be enough in the long run for you. When you're tired and you don't want to go, you don't want to get up, you know, it's not going to be enough for you to just be like, oh, but I want to look good. I want to feel good. It needs to be something stronger. And I always, this is like the third time I'm talking about this now on a YouTube video, because like I'm so into this, where you keep asking yourself why until you get down to the very root of it. So, you know, I want to look good. I want to feel good. Why? Why do you want to look good and feel good? And you think about it and you're like, well, I want to look good so that I can be more confident. I want to feel good. Yeah, it's confidence. So now you're getting down to your confidence that you have with yourself. Why do you want to be confident? And you just keep going and you'll see you can really get down to something deep that you didn't even know was there. Like really, truly understanding yourself and the purpose behind why you want to do anything will make it so much easier to be motivated. Like,
that's
you
it.
can do it.
That's it. If you know the reason to do it, then you'll do it. If you know the reason why you want to do it, like the deep reason why. It says not surface level, go deep. And they say if your why does not make you cry, it's not big enough. You know?
I heard that. That's funny.
Yeah. If your why does not make you cry, it's not big enough. So your why needs to be something even beyond you. Right? So, like for example, me personally, right? My why is to create, one of my why is to create inheritance for my children. And that's beyond me. So I can fail myself, but I cannot fail my children. Make sense? So that's why I'm able to get up nonetheless and still do this thing, because if I don't do it, I'm actually destroying, and it's a strong word to use, destroying the entire inheritance for my children. So not just to scare people to say you need to have that strong enough why, but find something that actually not surface level. It's really deeper meaning to you that you're willing to show up, even though you don't feel like showing up. You're gonna show up and going back to doing those habits, and those habits gonna grow into you achieving those bigger life changes that you want to achieve. Yeah.
Exactly. Going back to like the smoking example, for example, if you don't make the changes, then your why could be what will happen to my family if I do end up getting lung cancer? And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, this is now beyond you. Yeah, you want to be healthy, but what about those around you? What does it do, like, beyond yourself? How are you impacting people by not making these changes?
Yes.
You know, when you put things outside of you, sometimes you pay more attention, which is interesting. We should love ourselves before anyone else, but reality is it's hard for us to do that. We do end up putting our families and our loved ones before us. And if you need to remember that in your why, how will this impact them, then sometimes, you know, that could be what makes the difference. So yeah.
Like that. We'll keep it right there because we're up to
Yeah, I was gonna
15
say,
minutes.
I think we're at time, but yeah, like this is such a conversation. It's hard to stop sometimes. This is our mini podcast. So let us know down in the comments if you like this length, our 15-minute range, or if you know you're always wanting more at the end and you want it to be a little bit longer. Let us know what you think. But yeah, for now, that's it for today.
Yeah. See you on another episode of the Growth Log. And with that said, cheers.
Bye.